Hello YouTube, this is Kenpocalypse, and today I'm going to go over my SDR and HDR settings on the TCL 65-inch 825 series, which is right now the top of the line mini LED TCL TV. It's their flagship TV, and you can tell it too. It's very bright, very vibrant. The sound on it is actually really good. I could use it with or without a sound bar. Of course, it's not going to get the bass and stuff like a sound bar with a subwoofer, but for, you know, casual movie watching or anything like that, or even game playing, I mean, it sounds really good. Especially, I leave mine set on music, so it just sounds better to me. That's just me. Anyway, I'm choosing Vudu here. I was going to do Apple TV or Disney Plus, but for some reason, if you stop a movie on either one of those, then you can't, it won't let you restart from that point. It wants you to start the whole movie over or whatever. You can't go through and make scene selections, I guess that's what I'm saying. So, let's see here. I've got a few of them picked out. I'm going to do that SDR settings first, and this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's standard def. It says HDX on top. I mean, it's high def, but it's standard content, which means it's not in Dolby Vision or HDR. So if you see the yellow in her jacket, the blue in his jacket, and even the walls in the background that are green, it's very luscious colors. Their faces actually look a little washed out through my camera, but they're not. They got a perfect skin tone to them. There's no washed out. They're very detailed, and this is just SDR content. That's how well this TV does. So let me go through my TV. My TV settings on SDR is I got the TV on brighter. I have vivid mode. People who watch my videos know that I like a bright, vibrant picture, and this TV does it and does it well. Sound mode, like I said, it's on music. It's got just the perfect amount of bass, perfect amount of treble. They don't walk over top of each other, and I mean, it just sounds really good. For speakers built into a TV, it sounds really good. My local contrast, of course, I have it set to high, because if you go lower, it starts dimming out the picture. And actually, if you do it, it doesn't seem like it's as detailed. You're losing brightness and you're losing clarity. I don't know why, but I leave it on high. Dynamic contrast is off because there's such thing as too much contrast, because then you will get the washout, and this TV will wash out because it is very bright. The backlight is at 100, the brightness is at 50, the contrast is at 100, the sharpness is at 50. I've left all those the same. Now the color I bumped up to 70 because, like I said, I like bright, vibrant colors. And you see me flipping through the thing here. If I don't flip through a couple times, then it wants to go back to the main menu, or it wants to kick off the menu. So I got that set on 70. Color temperature normal. You can go this way, cool, but it looks kind of bluish. You go this way, it gives a really yellow tint to everything, but this normal is actually perfect. I know with the 625, there was an issue that the normal looked really warm, but on here it does not. Anyway, the action smoothing on high, the clarity is on high, and both of these do an excellent job. Oh, backed out of it, of course. Both of them do an excellent job with motion handling. This TV has not disappointed me. Now the 625, I had an issue because there was some motion blur and some judder sometimes, but this TV has none of that. Actually, I have not seen it yet, and I actually watch Spectrum on it because it's Roku. Love Roku app. Roku app. I love the Roku operating system, and it has Spectrum on there. And I've watched a couple basketball games, and there's no blur even on sports. Anyway, let me go to, let's see, Jumanji. This was one of my favorite things to show off. Oh, right here. Now, this is excellent, actually. It's close. My picture on my TV is a little brighter than what it is in the camera, but like the sun glistening off his cheek, the color of his skin, the color of his backpack, his goggles, binoculars, and the scarf around his neck, really not really red, but red enough that you can tell it's red. The rock here, it shows a little bit of shine off of his arm, but it's really detailed. You can see the veins going down his arm. You know, it's the rock. But the background, the green is like really luscious and detailed. This picture is very, very detailed down to his whiskers on his face. You can see them individually. Of course, it's 4K and it's HDR. So you expect a good picture, but this TV does excellent with like the black bars up here. Other than my light in the black background, the black bars up here, there is no bleed through. Any bleed through you see is coming through my camera. There is none, absolutely none. In a dark scene, everybody says this TV has black crush. I have seen like Harry Potter, okay? I watch Harry Potter. And some of the darkest scenes on this TV, you can still pick out the details because even though it's dark, it's still bright enough that it shows individual detail in certain things. And I love that about this TV. Of course, it's a mini LED TV. Right now, it's the closest thing you can get to OLED because, you know, OLED shuts individual pixels off, but this shuts individual mini LEDs off, and it'll shut them off in zones. And I think they said this one has around 768 zones of local dimming, and that is, I mean, awesome. I mean, you can't get hardly any better than that unless you go to the 75-inch version of this, and the 75-inch version has 1,000 zones, 900 zones to be exact, and it has 25,000 of the mini LEDs in it, which gives it that awesome halo suppression. And I mean, I have not seen black levels as good as this TV besides an OLED. And of course, an OLED's an OLED. You're not going to beat an OLED, but they're getting very close. TCL is getting very close. And I can't say more about it. But anyway, let me jump into my HDR settings. This is Dolby Vision, and I had the TV to brighter, picture mode to bright, sound to music. When you go over here, I have the local contrast on high, backlight at 100, brightness at 50, ain't touched that. Ain't touched the contrast at 100. Ain't touched the sharpness at 24. Well, I think I lowered it a little bit. Color, I put up to 70. You go higher than that, it gets oversaturated, and this TV will oversaturate your colors worse than a Samsung Q9FN, which is what I compare this TV to. But if you keep it at 70, the colors look saturated enough, they look perfect, but they're not overwhelming. The color temperature on normal, if you go to cool, it gives it like a dull look. If you go to warm, it gives everything a yellow look. And I can't do that. I don't, some people like it, I do not. Action smoothing on high, action clarity on high, and this is the LED motion clarity, which is a black frame insertion, and I don't even use it at all. This TV does so well with the action smoothing and stuff. I mean, I don't need it. And I mean, I won't just show you this movie. There's, let's see here, resume. Transformers The Last Night is really good. There's no halo around that, by the way. Let's see if I can There we go. This TV does this scene excellent. Okay, up here it looks washed out on my camera, but there's not. You can see all the buildings, you can see the space right here, you can see the 2 extra bridges back here, and I mean everything is very detailed, very bright. I can't get over the black levels on this TV. Like, the black levels on this TV are so good. I just can't help but brag about them. A lot of people's gonna, they're gonna skeptic because it's a TCL. A lot of people don't like TCL. It's a Chinese company, and a lot of people's against that. I'm not biased towards any TV. I'm really not. Samsung, TCL, Vizio, Sony, Hisense, any of them. I like them all. If it's got a good picture, I like it. This TV has an excellent picture, and I would recommend it to anybody. Right now, they're still on sale. I'm not sure how long the sale's going to last. They bumped them up for a day or two, back up to $2,000 for 65-inch. Now they're back down to $999, but it's a Best Buy exclusive. Is the only place you can really get this TV. So they control whether they want it on sale or they don't. The 75-inch is $17.99, which is an excellent deal for a 75-inch TV that looks this good. I'd go out and grab it. I constantly sit there and compared this to the Q9FN Samsung from a few years ago, which I believe myself was the pinnacle of Samsung TVs. It was the best one that they've had, and now it keeps going down. I don't think even the Q90R from last year was as bright. It has better local dimming, but I don't think it was bright. And then this year, the Q90T it's garbage. I'm sorry. I mean, I can't. I can't even you say anything good about it. And the reason I say that is, yes, it looks like a decent TV to a point, but one, it does not have Dolby Vision. Two, it's last year's Q80R. If you want anything like the Q90R from last year, you're going to have to go up to a probably a Q800 or a Q900, and who's got an arm and a leg to give them? You know what I mean? So the Q90T, this TV right here blows the Q90T out of the water, and I have no regrets about saying that. And I compare this TV to the Q9FN from a few years back. That is probably the best picture quality I've seen in a TV since then. And I'm going to get knocked by these people that are pro Sony, pro Samsung, or pro anything else but a TCL. But this is my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, then go out and look for yourself. I mean, don't take my word for it. Go see the TV for yourself. And I say that with everything. I have a viewer that the biggest thing with them is, you try something out for yourself. They were all excited about the new Vizio Quantum X and hoping it lives up to the specs. Well, if that person likes the way the specs are on that TV and gets it and likes it, then that's their prerogative. But like me and this TCL, I think it's probably one of the best looking TVs I've seen. Like I said, that's my opinion. So, I mean, check it out for yourself. Compare it to other TVs. Buy one of these. Take it home. The worst you can do is not like it. Take it back. Like I said, everything I say is my opinion. And I do this because I enjoy doing it. I'm not a big videophile. I just enjoy reviewing TVs, and I like getting different TVs, and I catch a lot of flack for that. But anyway, I'm going to end this with, this is Kenpocalypse. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more for you later.